Velkommen og god dag alle sammen. Welcome back to the channel where we go over news and historical background for the new Assassin's Creed Valhalla game. Today, Ubisoft released a trailer about some of the expansions and bonus maps that will be coming out, so we are going to look at a few of them here. So this one here, it'll be released in early spring 2021, and it has to do with the Druids. So supposedly, you're going to get to go to travel to Ireland on this expansion and hunt down some Druids. So the Druids were basically ancient Celtic religious leaders, political figures and advisors, and sorcerers, and they were very, very highly valued in society. The problem is, by the Viking Age, the Druids were believed to be extinct for many, many hundreds of years. They were basically pushed out of existence when Christianity came into Ireland. I'm not quite sure if I believe that. I think the Druids were around a lot longer than we are led to believe, but they would have had to practice their spirituality and magic in private, so that would have been very, very forbidden. So, but yeah, super cool anyway. We'll get to see a little bit of Celtic paganism there and travel in Ireland next spring. So next expansion is the Siege of Paris, and this one is supposed to come out early next summer. So yes, we all know of that famous story about how the Vikings laid siege on Paris. The time frame here is a little bit off because the Siege of Paris was in the year 845, and in this Assassin's Creed game it's supposed to be set in the year 873. So the time frame is a little bit off there, but super cool anyway that we will be able to travel to Paris either way. The Vikings did settle in France in massive numbers and continued their pagan religion and traditions for a lot longer than most people think also. So these are what we call the Normans. Next, it reveals here that you will get one more bonus storyline, and that is the legend of Beowulf. So super, super cool, an amazing legend that most of us probably had to read coming up in school, and I'm really excited to play this. However, the time frame for Beowulf is way, way off on that. So Beowulf was a story that was dated to the 500s in Denmark, so that was way, way, way off in time, but either way, it's going to be cool to play. One of the most famous storylines there, legends. And here they say that they are going to have some extra seasonal content that they will be releasing later on. So the first one they're going to release this Christmas, and that will be Yule, the Norse pagan Christmas celebration. So my guess is that the others coming up will also go with the seasons also, like Midsummer Festival and Haustablut and other pagan sacrifices that pop up during the year there. So I'm very curious to see how historically accurate those are going to be. Then they are saying in here that an additional seasonal expansion, they will go into expanding on the raids, and you will be even able to hire a band of Jomsvikings. So these were super badass mercenaries. They were very, very famous in a lot of stories. They were probably the most feared people in the Viking Age, next to the berserkers anyway. So then they will announce here that there will eventually be a discovery tour, and they had these discovery tours in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it basically is that you can walk around the world uninterrupted by storylines and look at historical things, kind of like a virtual museum. So super cool. I'm looking very forward to all this. Really cool that we have expansions pretty much from now until a year from now, really, so that should keep things really interesting. Looking forward to see all of that. That's about it for this video. Vi ses nästa gång.